So hi, One Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Dave, Kevin,
Bobby,
Andrew, and we're Dreamwake.
And we're gonna ask them some questions. I'm gonna start. So what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
Okay. All right, so our general message with the band is their overall it's kind of like mental health. We deal with a lot of mental health struggles and whatnot, but it gets pretty deep. But I don't know, when back in right before the band was formed, we were Dave and I were in a previous band, and we were writing music for that band's future stuff, and we didn't really know where to go with it. But right as we ended up falling out with that band, and we broke up. So then as that happened, we kind of started to form Dreamwake, and when that happened, we kind of just wanted to make our music as honest as possible, and help everybody else in the world that's kind of struggling. Because me personally, when I was growing up, I turned to music a lot, and I know as everyone else did too, but music is just a very powerful thing, and it made me feel safe and just warm, and it was just there for me when I needed it to be there. So
so we want to do the same for other people.
We want to essentially just return the favor, and I want to help everybody else that was feeling the way that I did at that certain point in time, and just I don't know. That's pretty much.
You really went in on that.
I did.
Yeah, most people dismiss that question.
Yeah.
To be that deep though.
No, I mean, yeah, we try to have a lot of meaning behind our band. I mean, that's something we've always tried to portray, throughout all the music we've written and all the years we've been doing it. But, like he said, we kind of had a falling out with the last band, and we sort of hit a wall. And, we had all this music written, which is essentially our first EP, Dark Thoughts and Vibrant Minds. That was basically a product of revamping what we were doing beforehand and bringing a new vibe to it, And I think another notable thing as well is our love for synthwave music. That's something that we really try to talk about, because we like to label ourselves as wavecore. I don't know if you guys have heard that. We try to infuse metalcore and synthwave. That's something we've been trying to do for a while. We sort of couldn't find our sound at first, but I feel like with this new music, we've really we've sort of honed in on it. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's Dreamwake in a nutshell right there. So.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're trying to become that safe space that you had when you were younger for other kids.
For me, it was very crucial. I felt like I had nowhere else to go, and it was always just kind of there as my safe haven. It was always I don't know. It was just so special.
I mean, for me too, it's I just remember taking a car ride and finding a new band or something like that and being absolutely blown away.
Yeah,
that special feeling. Yeah, it's
rush.
oh my God, this is the sickest thing ever. It's I want to potentially bring that to people too, just excite them with music. So
Wow. And you're making your own genre too. So that's gonna same thing is gonna happen to somebody else, where it's oh my God, I didn't know this was something that I needed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Honestly.
Man, paving a new way. I'm excited for you guys. That's sick. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, we're pretty hyped on that as well.
So congratulations on your newest release, Luna. How do you felt the response to it so far? Of course, yeah.
Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
Want to take this one?
Go ahead.
I think so. We obviously put out our previous EP, Dark Thoughts and Vibrant Minds, and that was fairly well received. For a band that's really brand new, and everybody kind of really gravitated toward it, and that was cool. But it was much smaller scale. And then we were gone for so long, the past few years working on new music and everything. And then with COVID, the whole scene kind of became dormant. And so to put out a song, not really with no expectations of it doing great or doing bad or anything like that, and then just seeing everybody kind of welcome us back with open arms and be hyped about it for us, and just be for was just a really cool feeling.
Yeah, very wereassuring and just refreshing, to say the least, because we were just gone from the scene for a couple of years. So I don't know. It's just we weren't really gone, but since COVID hit, and
we're behind the scenes.
You're behind the scenes essentially. So we didn't really have much of an appearance on social media.
Right.
But it was all for a good reason,
Yeah.
We were out there grinding.
Exactly.
sure have been grinding
really
super
hard. We haven't stopped since.
That's how
Take
it
a
goes.
nap.
Yeah, literally.
But to say the least, the response to Luna has been absolutely like
Outstanding.
mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's blown our past releases out of the water. So
Yeah, it's the best
super
the best
awesome.
song that we've ever released as far as the band, like, you know, reaction wise. You know.
So
And it's only going to keep on going up from here.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
To the moon.
So you guys put out a music video for this song. What was that process like? I know you mentioned putting out music in COVID. What was it like shooting a music video in COVID?
It was.
It was
Go ahead.
it's pretty insane just being around people again. You know,
Mm-hmm.
locked away. I mean, we had our masks on until, you know, the shooting process, but working with Alex was like awesome. He's our video director, and
Mhm.
he
Black Wolf Imaging.
yep,
Mhm.
Shout out Alex
Yeah, he-
for being
Yeah.
an amazing human.
Being a
blew us away
beast.
with it, so.
Yeah, he's perfect to work with for us,
Yeah.
to be honest. He gets the vibe and he just goes with it.
He has the vision.
So I think, I mean, I'll piggyback on what
Yeah.
you said. Luna was kind of like, for us, being like the first thing that we tried to tackle, especially during COVID, you know, which made it extra difficult. It was really just us working with what we can, like, whatever we could kind of do to get our hands on to make this happen.
Mhm.
And Alex is, like I said, an amazing human, and actually made this whole video come together. Like the car that you do see in the video, the 3000 GT, is Ken's actual car.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's a pretty sick car.
So,
Thank you.
and
He's a beast.
it completed the whole, like, Alex went off that and just totally pulled the vibe together. All in all, an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hell
he takes our ideas and just runs with them in
Honestly,
literally
yeah.
the best way possible.
But he always like captures it exactly how we always imagine it.
Literally,
Yeah.
like we just shot a video last Saturday, and it was literally honestly the coolest video set we've ever been a part of. Like, it was,
Yeah, I
it
almost
was
cried. He
very
like showed
good.
us the camera after like a take, and he was like, "This is it." I was just like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
That's
Like,
That's us.
Like
That's it, like-
he's magic. Like he totally gets what we're going for, and he also is just as excited.
Yeah,
as we
he's
are about
really
it, which
hyped about
makes
it.
all the difference. So
Mhm.
hmm It's your secret member.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely,
Fifth member.
We have a lot of
Yeah.
those.
We have quite a
Love
few
those.
secret members.
quite the team.
Hey, that's what you
Secret
need.
member's gonna be super awesome, which actually
Yeah.
you'll meet in the next song.
Very soon.
That's all I'll say.
Yes.
All right, all right. So, is there any meaning behind the single name or cover art?
Ooh.
We can kind of tie it
Well-
in like to like the message of the song.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess, well, why don't you take that since you're the lyricist?
All right. Well, so the message behind the song was really just like about like running from your demons, essentially. It's just like you can only run for so long until they will eventually catch up to you at some point. So like rather than running, you should just take them and like try to face them head on. And like
Mhm.
so it's really about just kind of like it's pretty much just like trying to constantly like escape like the worst happy or like the demon in you or whatever. And just like I don't know, just it's like a constant cycle of just like trying to escape, and like you feel like you kind of like you're free, and then it eventually kind of catches back up to you and like pulls you back in. It's like like a constant cycle. So
Mhm.
So we wanted it to be we named the song Luna because it was more of like a very like evil song, and isn't it like Luna she was like one of the goddesses of, you remember? It was like no, somebody like looked it up. No, somebody like looked it up and was like, we should call it this. I'm pretty sure like Luna's like one of like the goddesses of the moon or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Like, but we wanted it to tie into like, so like, I guess me personally, we're like people that struggle with like their like ways of coping. So like, whether it be like substance abuse or whether it be anything, I feel like most of your demons kind of like get to you at like more like at night, like
Mhm.
at night, you're kind of like, you're not really,
You're in your head and stuff.
you're in your
you know,
head
you're
essentially.
not-
You're
Yeah.
not really like, you're kind of just you.
It
So yeah.
happens.
So like, you kind of have to face some of that stuff sometimes. And like, we just felt like it would be right to name the song like Luna because like she's the goddess of the moon, and the whole like nighttime, thing being like a big part of like, when people struggle. So I don't know. And that's pretty much why, I don't know.
So an interesting fact actually about the word Luna too. Recently, I found out about this thing called the Luna moth. Like there's a certain moth called the Luna moth. And apparently, in some spiritual sense, it represents a change in a person's life. So I just found that very interesting and in a connective way to the song. You know,
that's very neat.
Just facing your demons and kind of taking your life head on and making a change, whatnot. So.
Hell yeah.
That's really cool how you chose Luna, you know, as you said, because night, moon.
Yeah.
Because I think some people's names are Luna, so it almost like personifies all the struggles and whatever somebody could be going through.
Yeah.
So it's like two different sides. I think that's so sick.
And that's
really
like
cool.
the thing too is we want to leave it open to interpretation to each listener too. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this single?
It was quite the experience, to say the least. It was like right as COVID hit, we kind of like, you know, shows were taken away, and like
We're like, dude, we gotta write riffs.
we have to do like we gotta figure out how we're gonna like stay afloat.
So
you know,
we just
like
wrote some fat riffs. I mean,
So
that's
we-
kinda-
I mean, obviously.
Some
that was
fat,
it was like,
chunky
all right,
riffs.
boys, it's like, well, no more shows. Now what? To the basement. Write those riffs, and then
pet the dog first.
Yeah,
but
pet
now
the
we're-
dog.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
first.
Bad
of
luck
course.
if you don't pet the dog.
No,
That's
yeah,
right.
seriously.
The riffs aren't as chunky if you don't pet the dog first.
There's a golden retriever downstairs. His name's Cooper. He's literally the best dog in the
He's
universe.
the best.
And why isn't Cooper here right now?
Can we get Cooper?
I don't
He
know.
might
Probably
eat all
not.
the electronic equipment.
No,
Okay, then.
Never mind. We don't. Need
Okay,
to see
that's
him.
fine. That's fine.
Still the best dog in the world.
Yeah.
He is the best dog in the world. To say
We
the
love Cooper here.
Hell yeah,
He's great. He lets me
Cooper's
pet him every
fam.
time. He's the best.
But no, yeah, our writing process was very different for us because I feel like we really like this. We really found our sound with all these songs. So like, it was kind of like eye opening because there was one song that we wrote just before COVID hit. It was kind of like what we wanted to do, and then once COVID hit, we're like, okay, well let's write
an album
music,
like
but
that.
let's just take that idea and like expand on it, and we did that. And like the sound that we came up with was just like so like different, but yet still like same. Like Luna was probably like the heaviest song that we have, I'd say, right?
Yeah, and I mean, as we've stated before, it's definitely like a transition song from where we came from on the last EP.
So I don't want
I
people
don't know
to
if I'd say Luna's the heaviest. It might be the most aggressive.
aggressive.
Yeah.
But
I would
don't
say
think it's the heaviest.
yeah, no, it's not the heaviest. It's like the most
Gent
aggressive.
metalcore.
The vibe,
fall,
yeah.
whatever.
So
All over the
yeah,
map.
so like, I don't want people to think that the whole album's like that. But it's definitely like it's a good balance and mixture of like a bunch of different things. Like we experimented, like we said, we love the bands from the synthwave, like the Midnight and the FM84, all those bands. So we really wanted to just like kind of just take a key couple of elements from their music and like mix them up with what we had cooking. And it was just what we came up with again was just like so different, but yet it was so like, I don't know, it just felt so right. And so we just took that and ran with it essentially. Yeah, we have a bunch of different like inspirations though, and like we pulled from so many different bands. Like there's like genres of like Humanity's Last Breath. They're like Norwegian
and they're just,
thaw
like,
metal,
yeah.
like
Oh, wow.
so many just like different genres and sounds, and
Yeah.
just kind of mashed them all into one and
Yeah.
came up with
Even
what we got.
jazzy stuff.
Yeah.
Even jazzy stuff, yeah.
I mean, and sometimes in such subtle ways too. Like
Yeah.
like you're not gonna hear like Norwegian thaw in our music.
No.
A lot of like
No.
a lot of like the rhythms and certain ways that they make things sound heavy.
Yeah.
we kind of like morph those elements into
Yeah,
ways
yeah.
that we could morph it with our own influences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's it's like a whole train of influences for us. But-
Essentially, we just kind of took the blinders off and said, okay, we're not going to try to specifically adhere to any certain thing. We're just going to do what makes us happy.
right.
Yeah.
And
That was it.
that
the
was
most,
yeah,
the most
the
honest,
birth
real
album.
music.
Yeah.
We wrote music because like we were all kind of going through it. It was quarantine, so like everyone's kind of stuck inside, and like you couldn't do anything or see anyone, so it was just like really rough and all of us. So kind of just like took all of our emotions and all that stuff that's in our heads and just kind of just put it all onto paper essentially, and we went with from there. It was just so I don't know. I don't.
let's be honest, there was no paper involved.
There was no paper involved. It's come on, we're in 2021.
Yeah.
But No, but honestly, it was a very different writing. It was like one of the most unique writing periods we've had as a band. So
Yeah, for sure.
So
But
yeah,
the most productive for sure as well.
really experimental with the metal side of music.
Hell yeah.
Solid. All right. So you guys kind of went into it a little bit already, like a couple seconds ago. But if you want to, you could go a bit more in depth.
Okay.
Can you tell me where your headspace was while creating this track?
Oh man, I'm gonna be really honest with you. This is probably like the most sad boy shit we've ever written. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. It's very, very sad, but like.
But
Oh my god. That was the best. That was amazing.
I'm sorry.
Bravo.
Oh no, yeah, it was. It was very sad though. I don't know. We were quite the contrary, but no, yeah, I don't know. We were just all really struggling, and I don't know. Like it was just very different. Like we were used to playing shows, and you know, we were actually in the middle of booking a tour as COVID hit, and like it was gonna be our first tour, and we were so hyped on it, and it just like as soon as we like we finally booked, like, all right guys, like the whole tour is booked, we're good to go, and then just COVID hit, and never mind
Then we didn't want to.
Really bummed about that, and then like life just changed, you know, like Kevin and I, we worked for a venue, and so we lost our jobs for like a while. We're still out of them. But yeah, it was different. Like life was it just changed like immediately, no transition. So it was rough. And especially me personally, like I was really going through it at the time, and it felt good. Like I'm not really a person to kind of like talk really about much. So my way of getting it out is like through music. So what I would,
the outlet, man.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would just go downstairs and just like pick up my guitar if I was feeling a certain way, and I would just jam. And if something came up and it was really cool, I'm like, oh, I could probably use this, and then I just would build on it. And like, but I would only work on it if I was in that same headspace. Like I didn't feel right doing it in like, a different headspace. It had to be in that specific one so I can continue and make it as true as possible. I didn't want to like finger fill it or whatever, but we were all definitely like down in the dumps for quite some time.
Yeah. Cause that was like, it was really tough. Like the heat of the beginning of quarantine and stuff. So we were we were all just dealing with everything, and
it was rough.
Like I said, music's the outlet, so that's the product of
music. We couldn't even practice for a while because we didn't want to like get near each other for a little bit, and so we didn't practice for quite some time, like some months, and once, so like music was just taken out of ripped out of our lives like completely. Like, so it was rough, and but like I'm kind of happy it happened because it made us write the music we did, and we're like super stoked on it. So that's really cool.
In a sense, it benefited.
It made us evolve as a band.
Yeah, definitely. More professional sounding.
Yeah.
But I mean, that actually, like, to piggyback on what Bobby said, and back to what Shane really opened the podcast with, about the meaning behind just the name Dreamwake itself. We kind of like address that as that mental state that you kind of go to when you're doing something that you love or you truly care about, of that almost like flow state, or like where everything is just perfect and like you're not thinking about any outside factors because you're completely just in the moment. And it's that happiness that you feel and that joy and euphoria. And that's kind of where like you're awake, but it feels like a dreamwake, that almost like fake work state you go to. Not fake, but
that was incredibly well said. I have to say that.
Thank you.
That was like poetry.
I appreciate it.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
Very poetic. So what band or artist influence you think you can hear the most on this track?
There's a whole lot, but I want to say
band?
What artist?
What artist? All right, so we have
on this track.
On this track?
Yeah.
Okay, this track. All right, so for me, my contribution to the music, I was really inspired by like Novelists, Era, I'd say a little bit, North Lane for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say North Lane.
North Lane for sure. I don't know, it has like that very like
Spirit Box.
Yeah, a little bit of Spirit
Not
Box.
so much of that. Maybe
but it has like some of that like that new metal vibe. So I also want to say like Linkin Park. Like Linkin Park is always, I always say Linkin Park's always in the back of my head when I'm writing music. I don't know, just they're like at my core. Like they were the first band that, again, to backpedal, like kind of helped me out when I was younger and like dealing with a lot of stuff. I just kind of would always put my headphones on and listen to Linkin Park, and like I would just wash everything out, wash the troubles away. So it was, I don't know, they're just like a big inspiration for me. So they're always like at the core of all of our music, I feel like. There's always like one hint of Linkin Park in there. But
for me, I feel like because actually, believe it or not, he wrote a lot of the rhythm writing for this song as far as like guitars and stuff goes. But when writing leads, I feel like one band that always sticks out in my writing is Periphery. Because I don't know, they just do leads differently. It's just different. They have a certain vibe with their leads that I try to accomplish in a certain way. Definitely.
Very proggy too.
So yeah, it's super proggy, which is my favorite.
That's Dave's favorite. Yeah.
So yeah.
Solid. All good.
You guys cited a lot of influences that maybe I don't listen to them, but I knew every single one, which is typically not the case.
See, it's the exact opposite for me because the only one I knew was Spirit Box and Linkin Park. I know Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. Oh, dude.
Of course.
The Spirit Box is fantastic. Yeah, Novelist is a very like they're
Novelist
actually
FR.
Novelist FR. They're a band from France.
Their bassist was actually also our producer.
Yeah, their bassist produced the.
That's so sick.
Yeah, so
very nice dude.
Definitely.
Shout out
Nicholas Demonstrati.
Yeah.
Well, would you ever collaborate with them?
That would be.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I love Novelist so much. Like, shout out Novelist.
Bob was saying we should get their guitarist Flo on a song someday.
Yeah, their guitar player shreds, man.
Speaking it into existence.
Exactly.
There it is.
Flo, if you're just watching, reach out.
Yeah.
My man's Flo.
Guitar solo.
Guitar solo. Do it.
Now.
So this one should be super, super fast. Off the top of your heads, I want you to describe this track for new listeners in 3 words. All of you have to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I go first?
Sure.
All right. Fast, energetic, and angry.
Okay. Sure. That's good. That's good.
All right. Go ahead.
Riffy as fuck.
Perfect.
All right, this is a quote. This isn't me, but kicks God's ass. Shout out Wayne.
That's a good one.
God's ass.
Damn. Aggressive, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Shred it, bro.
Shred it, bro. That hyphen.
Oh, that's 3 words.
Oh, shred it, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Shred it, bro.
All right.
So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while going through this single?
Vibe out.
Yeah, vibes. I don't know. It's a very angry track, I'd say. I don't know, like, but at the same time, and also like the chorus, like it
mellows out.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's very. I don't really know like what I want people to feel. Like, what would you guys say? I don't know. Just like
reassured.
Yeah, like I really like. I generally like want people to feel like
we're safe.
I just want people to be stoked.
Yeah, and like I want people to just like I don't know. feel like they're like we understand. Like that. I don't know. I want people to feel like they're just like being hugged.
Yeah, comfort.
Yeah. But at the same time, being like aggressively.
God.
Just bear
So you're beating the shit out of them as well.
Hugs, but like in a mosh pit.
Okay. So
that's terrifying.
But like in a mosh pit.
Like being thrown around.
Oh my God.
Hugging them and then chucking them.
Yep.
Just like when the same dude that like knocks you down like picks you back up, like that feeling.
Yes,
you know?
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Like, all right, you're not an asshole.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was perfect. All right. So where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years?
5 years.
5 years.
Top of the world.
On the moon.
The biggest band ever.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Playing Madison Square Garden.
No, I mean, realistically though, just hopefully inspiring people and getting to do what we love.
Yes.
Like
That's
that's
all we
to put it
want to do.
simply.
We want to just tour, meet new people,
Yep.
and just connect and share stories. Like that's all we want.
Just have fun.
But it's coming back. It's coming back. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
we'll get that soon.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really put a specific timeline on it, because music's crazy. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
but just in 5 years, we hope we're doing this, hopefully for a living, maybe if we can, and just having fun.
Just keep
vibing out,
touring.
that's it.
I just want to
Yeah.
tour and see places
Touring,
and
yeah.
meet people.
Absolutely,
friends
traveling,
all over
meeting
the
people.
world.
Hell yeah. So you guys mentioned an album earlier. What can you tell us about it?
It's just like I would
it
say
may or may not be. I mean,
It's sick.
Sick as fuck,
it's-
bro.
It's a bunch of songs.
No shit.
About that.
Okay.
All right,
I mean-
I will say it's very, like I said before, it's very like,
Soulful.
well, it's definitely soulful.
So full.
It's very like, I don't know, it's like it's experimental.
it's a journey.
It's different.
It's a
Like
journey.
at its core, it's like what everyone knows.
It is metalcore.
But there's so many different elements that we just tried that just worked. Like so many, like there's EDM elements. There's like what, like synthwave elements. There's so many different things.
all different types of metal too. I mean,
And
it's
like
not
every
just one
track
type
is
of-
like every track like just has its own specific vibe, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
I don't know, like it's a very, very diverse album, but while still maintaining the same sound, if that makes any sense too.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know,
It's definitely the album where we found our true sound.
yeah, and it's gonna like just expand and get better from here. But like this, we finally found, because we were like trying to find it with our previous EP, and we kind of like got something we liked, but like we just kind of
Couldn't quite get there.
we were
Yeah.
we kind of like we're aiming for a specific sound rather than just like writing music and just making it sound however it comes out. It's
Mhm.
more honest that way. So
Yeah, I mean, this time we were super like anytime we were like, should we put this in there? We were like, yeah, let's
No,
put it
why
in
not?
there. It's
Yeah.
cool. Like, why
if
not?
we like
you know?
it, then put it in there. Like
And
it's our music.
It definitely paid off.
I think there was only one thing where we were like, yeah, we can't do that.
I remember that.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
breakdown.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
breakdown.
Yeah.
We couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
it was heavier.
It was
than-
just too. That was like
It didn't-
Norwegian fall metal.
Yeah.
That's why we
It
had to
didn't
take
belong
it.
on it. It was like, all right, that's
Who wrote
fine.
it? You
That
wrote
was-
it.
that's
It
me.
was like, guys, you
Stupid
like this?
breakdown.
We're like, yeah, I like this, but like, this is not. Like, what the hell?
Okay. I was worried. I thought it was maybe like a country song. I was
No,
like,
no,
that was
no,
the
no,
line?
no, no.
Okay.
It's all metalcore, but like
No.
bonk. Oh man, that's funny. Oh yeah, but it's a very, very diverse album. But like, it's still like it's all metalcore, but it's just different. I don't know, different areas of metalcore. It's just so like there's like I would say like there's some different instruments that you don't typically hear
Mhm.
in metalcore on this album. So it's cool.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
All right.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay, here we
Who wants to
go.
first?
Mind blown.
Actually, I'll go second or like third because I have.
Andrew,
Or fourth.
Okay, actually, you know what? I got it.
Oh, you're starting us off.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, fourth. But no, I would say I'm not sure if you guys are gonna know this one, but a pizza pie from
Mhm.
Modern Pizza in New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
It's probably I don't know if you're like a fan of pizza, but like New Haven has the
Pizza capital.
best pizza. I will fight anybody else on this. Whoever's
Die on
watching
that
this, we will die on that hill. That New Haven pizza is the best.
New
So
Haven pizza.
mine would be a pizza from Modern Pizza with a Fox and Park soda.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's-
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Yes.
Solid.
All local food, but fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to agree with you on that. However, just because I would want my last thing on earth to be something stupid,
Oh
I
no.
would get the never-ending soup salad and breadsticks from Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Just keep on eating.
Wait. But what soup are you getting?
Yeah, what's
Oh, zuppa Toscana, always.
Okay. That's fair. All right.
That's
I
the
used to
last
work at
thing I
Olive Garden.
expected
Shout
you
out
to
Olive
say.
Garden.
Breadsticks.
Right? Breadsticks, like, come on, never ending. I would just sit there and
Come
eat.
on.
You're kidding me.
Mhm.
Bro, I'm on death row. It's that. and then-
Exactly.
All right, fine.
Brother, still gonna die.
Fine, dude.
They'll eventually just shoot you.
Bread.
Yeah, right. They'll be like, this man.
You're done.
That's
$186 on breadsticks. He's gotta go.
Last meal bread.
Oh, and the drink, water. I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Gonna wash down all that bread,
Bread
with
and water.
Bread and water. Jesus.
Yeah.
This man's last meal is bread and
I
water.
know, but like, how am I gonna fill up on a drink? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta keep eating all this soup and salad.
Oh my God, I can't.
You're gonna get bullied for weeks for that one.
Yeah.
This is
Bread
my
and
life
water.
I'm fighting for.
I'm actually crying.
Bread and water, dude. Bread and water.
Wow. That was unexpected.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I broke Bobby.
What's your last food? Bread and water.
Bread and water.
Sorry, go ahead. Kev, you're up.
A nice big bowl of ramen
Ramen.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
with a side of Baja Blast.
Baja Blast.
All right.
All right.
Two completely different things.
Yep.
But I get it. That's fair.
Bread and water for me.
They had sushi from
I'll have-
Sons.
Yo, you called it.
Really?
You
Is that
called
what
it.
you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Sushi.
So what I was gonna say was actually like literally like $80 worth of sushi from this one place.
Why
in
$80?
West.
Bro, this is
Because
true.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanna
All I
You're not
got-
gonna go for the full 100?
You wanted water.
Yeah, you can't talk. You
Yeah.
wanted water.
Go stand outside. Go. You're in timeout.
His name is Shane.
You said, bro, you can't talk. You need bread and water.
He's
Bro, my
roasting you.
order
Don't
is
try to-
salad and bread and water.
So anyways, whatever.
Mhm.
Whatever. Unlimited
Yo, I'm
sushi.
so sorry.
There
guys.
you go.
In West Haven, Connecticut, they have literally the best sushi I've ever tasted in my life. Jerry's son.
I can back that
Jerry's he's a god.
Jerry's the man.
He's the man.
Jerry.
Jerry is the man.
I will drink.
What are you washing that down with?
Yeah.
Oh, and my drink, Sapporo, because I gotta have the beer.
All right.
Solid. All right. So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Oh fuck.
Bikini Bottom.
Oh shit.
Solid.
Bikini Bottom.
He answered that shit so
Dude,
quick.
Bikini. It's facts.
Yeah.
Bikini
Oh,
Bottom.
man.
Bikini Bottom. Solid.
Actually, no. Sorry. The Rugrats world.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Hey Arnold.
I was going to say that.
Hey
Oh,
Arnold.
only if jazz music actually plays there.
Yes. in the back.
Okay.
That's in the background.
They are.
Hey,
Yeah.
He called
To
it
be
that.
honest,
A
I
Supreme
want
store.
I want to live in I want to live in the Roadrunner world. Because there's nobody there. I can just chill, and then every once in a while I'll see the Roadrunner and the Coyote run by, and I'll just laugh my ass off. And that's it.
All right.
I thought you meant the new Brockhampton album. I was like, oh, you want to live in that store? Okay, sure. Yeah. Haven't gotten that one yet. It's fair.
So I have now asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
Oh,
Blue.
Pink.
Blue.
Pink.
purple.
Pink.
Is that everybody?
Despite all the pink.
Got a lot of colors at once.
I looked away
Everybody.
for 2 seconds. I think everybody gave
literally.
their answer.
Dave, go first.
Blue.
Purple.
Pink.
Blue.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you guys like to plug?
Oh, plug.
The team.
Shout out
Shout out
the
the
team.
Yeah,
Shout out the
everybody that
team.
worked on our music. Let's see. So we got Alex. like you
Alex
mentioned,
Black
we got
Wolf
Alex.
Imaging.
Yep, Black Wolf
One at a
Imaging.
time.
Yeah. Bob, you take it.
Me. All right. Shout out Alex Black Wolf Imaging. Nicholas Delastrade from DNA Music.
Steve.
Steve Perino from what's his Compass Audio?
Compass Audio. yeah.
Compass Audio. Steve is a beast. Hold up. Shout out Steve. Big
To the
facts.
max. Yeah.
Steve.
Steve is great.
We love
is-
Steve.
Yeah.
We love Steve.
Steve made everything possible.
Mhm.
Really quick.
Steve was our engineer, just to set that
Yeah,
up.
he's our engineer.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He actually recorded our music.
Oh.
And he actually saved. Was it with an honor roll or was it with?
No, it was Dream. It was.
Oh
it was
yeah,
Dreamwake.
with our previous EP, we had time to go out to somebody else, and he ended up not being able to get there. But we were already like, it was in Ohio, so we drove across the country and we got there, and the guy like ended up not being able to get there because he was in like a different state. So Steve ended up like hooking us up, and he actually tracked that whole album. We didn't plan to go to Steve, but he just ended up tracking the EP, and it was meant to be God's plan. Facts, because like Steve is the greatest human being on this earth. Like it's hands down. Like
shout out Steve. And then other than that, who we got?
Audrey from Breakout PR, which she's probably who was contacting you guys. Great person.
Do we do Alex?
We did Alex. That was the first person.
Shout out Wayne. So our old merch guy when shows were a thing. His name is Wayne. Incredible friend, incredible human being. Opened up a shoe store, Impossible Kicks. So if you're into shoes, check them out.
Connecticut, New Jersey, and Orlando, Florida. They got check them out.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you for now. This, guys. It's been Dreamwake and Really Good Noise podcast.